This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I love being here helping you with playing the guitar. In this video, I'm going to explain major 6 chords, and then I'm going to go over the C6, D6, F6, and G6 chords that we can play in first position on the guitar. Of course, then we'll jam together on some chord progressions right along with bass and drums accompaniment so you can work on mastering these chords together. It's going to be great. This video accompanies Lesson 23 from my Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 method book. In the book, we're going to start on page 159 as I go over these chords and explain major 6 chords, and then we'll be using some later pages as we're jamming on those chord progressions. Okay, so major 6 chords. Now, if you've been going through the lesson series, you'll remember that a major chord uses the root, 3rd, and 5th steps of the corresponding major scale to create that chord. So with C major, from the C major scale, that would be the C, E, and G pitches. Steps 1, 3, and 5. So what happens with a major 6 chord is we take step 6, which is a major 6th above that root. In this case, it's an A pitch when we're talking about being in C. And we add that to the chord. Sometimes on the guitar, we can't finger the 5th and the 6th because they happen to be on the same string. And that's the way it is in first position. So we lose the 5th, but we have the 6th in there, and it's a nice major 6th sound. If I play that a little higher on the neck, you can get the 5th and the 6th in there. Beautiful, beautiful chord, these major 6 chords. So the chord symbol for this has the root. You'll see C, D, F, and G on the board. You see some more examples there on sort of the middle of page 159. With this, then all we have is the number 6 that follows the root. When we see that, it tells us it's a major chord with that 6th added, so we have major 6 chords. So you'll see the 6 added behind each of these on the board. So that's how the chord symbols work. We understand the chords now. Let's take a look at these voicings. I was just demonstrating a little bit with the C6, but let's look specifically at these. So with C6, you might notice the C chord that we generally play in first position, and all we've done is add at that 2nd fret on the 3rd string, that fingering there in place of the open string ringing. So that's where our 6th is coming in. Now it's really easy to finger this. You just play like an A minor shape, 1 index, middle, and ring fingers, and then take our pinky and put it on that 3rd fret of the 5th string. Top string is open, low 6th string is not played, and we get C6. For me, the easiest thing to do is think of the A minor chord and then add my pinky in place of that open 5th string there at the 3rd fret. And that's a way to get me, as I'm trying to grab that chord, just to get me in the mind frame to grab that chord. So A minor and then add the pinky. So there's C6. Let's take a look at D6. With D6, we get the 6 coming in on that open 2nd string. So whether you were playing a D7 or a D major chord, all you got to do is drop and make whatever you're playing on that 2nd string come off, and you'll get D6. So it doesn't matter. You could use middle and ring fingers. You could also use index and middle fingers. It doesn't matter what fingers you use to play it, really, but we're going to have an open 2nd string and open 4th string. We don't play those low 2 strings. We just have 2nd fret on that top and 3rd strings, and we get the D6. So there's D6. Let's look at F6 now. With F6, if you think of our 4-string F chord, all you got to do is add your pinky to the 3rd fret on the 3rd string. So you have index, middle, ring, and pinky. We don't play the low 2 strings, 5th or 6th string, and you get C6, F6. Sorry. So there's F6, and then with G6, we're just going to finger the low 2 strings that we play on this one for a normal G chord, take off what we play on the top string. So I've got ring and middle fingers there. You could also use middle and index, but the top 4 strings are open, and we've got at the 3rd fret on that 6th string, 2nd fret on that 5th string, and we get a G6 chord. Now, it may help you to just go back and forth between some of these, just to kind of get finger friendly, get good at finding them. G6, C6, you can just go back and forth between different voicings like that. You can find the F6 just try and find them. What may be more helpful is to go to the actual progressions that we're going to play and move from one chord to the next. Just practice going back and forth between the chords that precede and follow these chords. So the progressions that we're going to jam on are numbers 3, 5, 6, and 7, found here in lesson 23 in the book. So we'll go in that order, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Each one is going to happen twice, first at a slower tempo and then at a faster tempo per our usual. If you need to, you can just work on fingering the chords along. Don't worry about strumming, and then add in the strumming. You can also pause the video and, as I said, work on going back and forth between those chords. We've done a lot of this sort of thing before, so I'm not going to take time to go through that here in this video. Just want to explain the chords, and here in the video I'm going to jam together with you on these progressions. So with these, you can use whatever strumming patterns you want. For the 3/4 time signature pattern, I'm just going to use down, down, up, as that's our most classic pattern that we've used for 3/4 time. And then for the 4/4 time patterns, I'll just use down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, as that is probably the most classic string pattern that we've used for 4/4 time. So I'm just going to keep it simple as we're working on learning these new chords. All right, it's going to be great. Let's go ahead and play these progressions together. Okay, fantastic. In the next video, we're going to take a look at some more major 6 chord voicings and jam on some more progressions. So it's going to be great. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.